Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sampson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking left. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden he's throwing completions. I got no answers.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun. Give on the inside. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Got out of trouble and throws. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. He's got the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here to keep this drive alive.
And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Ball in the air, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's loose. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll leave it with him. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks. And you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He tries to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, you usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run and go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. receiver coming across in motion. Hands it off. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Bought a little time, lets it go.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
2nd and 10 here. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. A run for the quarterback. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
Yeah, the defense is going to have their hands full. They're going to have to find a way to get this tight end doubled because in man coverage, he's just too much. Nobody right now is able to run with him. Big play there on the corner route. I think they're going to have to start giving him safety help.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got some room headed to the goal line. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in the third and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way out of it, makes a big play. Now he's set up first and goal. Forget that play. Now let's hold him to a field goal.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
That last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking for a man on second down. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wants to throw on first down. He's looking deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He'll get rid of it. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. All kinds of running room. The 20. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 6 over Florida. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll bring it out. It's Sampson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He'll keep it on the sneak. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They've been running it, but now the pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here's the handoff. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Tigers fail to get a stop on third down again.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. You understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 21, Ohio State 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 45. Oh, look out! He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On the
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal.
Green 25.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 11 over Florida. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why?
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. These corners going to give them some space. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in. It's Dalton. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quick strike complete. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Brings up second down.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's going for it all. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game?
Let's go!
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. On the move, it's Sampson. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. Two-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
This is a situation you dreamed of in the backyard, but now it's for real. One last chance late in the game. Final drive coming for this offense. That's caught. It's Sampson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on